Okay, welcome to Season 9. Finally, we get to have some variety with our teams, instead of just Magearna, Garchomp, and Skarmory. Uh, with my team, I went for a really offense-heavy team because these are my rank-up matches, and I just want to get through them as quickly as possible so I can run some weird stuff in Rank A. But I also just like this team in general. It's really offense-heavy, it's fast, and pretty dang furious. Let me show you what I brought. To start with, we're bringing Cantonian Marowak. Bones is definitely kind of like the strongest Mon in this team. With Swords Dance and Thick Club, this guy is decking out a bunch of damage. We're going to be running Brick Break, Bone Meringue, and Stone Edge. It's pretty much the perfect set if you want to run Thunder Punch instead of Brick Break or instead of Stone Edge. Both of those make a lot of sense. I really recommend keeping Stone Edge. It's just really useful. And Brick Break, I just want to get rid of screens. And also just having a fighting move to deal with like Greninja and Lucario quickly when they get in point blank, because they're so low HP. It just one-shots them really quickly. And of course, stats-wise, we're just going to... It's very simple, max HP and max attack. Kind of make that Thick Club do a lot of work. Next up, we have Vanilla the Glaceon returning. I'm going to be running a full ice set with Ice Shard, Ice Beam, Freeze Dry, and a Calm Mind. Freeze Dry because Swampert is back, and it is just really good at getting around certain mons that are water type, but like if anyone is crazy enough to play Tatsugiri without Dondozo. Speaking of which, this team does have a weakness against Tatsugiri with Dondozo, but fortunately didn't run into a lot of those. As far as the set goes, though, just really simple, never melt ice. I don't really want to use Life Orb on Glaceons, and for this one, you know, it just helps out with survivability, especially being an ice type. But max special attack and max HP. And finally, we have Zero the Swirledge. I'm going to be running Stone Edge, Flare Blitz, and Phantom Force with Swords Dance. I'm running double Stone Edge because Rock-type moves in this game are good. I don't have to worry about accuracy checks. Just, you know, put it out there, and it will probably KO something. Flare Blitz for max damage, and Phantom Force for, again, max damage, and the iframes. The iframes are pretty valuable. Max HP, max attack, and Life Orb. Like I said, this team is just going all out. And it is, I just want to get as many KOs as possible, rank up as quick as possible, and get to rank A. And you'll see in this team, yeah, that's probably the best way to go for something like this, and while ranking up. But yeah, let's get into the matches. Okay, so our first match is going to be here on Lake. Still my favorite map. This team seems to do well on just about any map, but Lake kind of gives it some space in order to get a little setup. So immediately locking on to the Steelix. Marowak does well against Garchomp, but when there's 3 Garchomps and you have a Glaceon, you know, well, yeah, why stress out when you can just get some easy KOs? But yeah, everyone seeing that, they immediately switch off, which, you know, that's good. I don't like seeing Porygon 2 because it is a Mon that, you know, slows down the match and makes ranking up take longer. I want to see more Mons that I can one-shot because I just want to rank up as quick as possible. So, yeah, go for the Stone Edge and get knocked out by a knockoff. That's totally fine. Just got plenty of great targets I can hit, and of course Bone Meringue is at the perfect range. I would just curve around and hit the Absol, but not the Lucario. Oh, that's so nice when Garchomps just accidentally lined themselves up for me. I'm gonna get Freeze Dry because low health Lucario, no problem. And I really should have waited 1 second before I did a swap, but this is fine. Maybe a little less fine. Still, I have a decent matchup here. like no trouble with the Absol Z, but I needed to swap in order to get out of the Solar Blade. Interesting to see Solar Blade and just mixed attacking set. And once again, Gyarados falling for the hey, attack me with Stone Edge. And I was really hoping that I would be able to live with Stone Edge, but I got hit with Thunderbolt, so just a little too much damage to not survive the Life Orb recoil, but that's fine. I'm all the way up with 9 KOs, no problem. Cool Mega Evolution, high meat freeze drive, goodbye. I'm so glad I get to play with Glaceon again. It's just so nice to deal with all these Garchomps. Look at that. They're just falling over to give me points. It's great. So gonna hang around this health because oh hey, I love teaching somebody the same lesson twice. So gonna have to grab the health pack a little bit early. Wanted to recover Life Orb chip, but still I'm surprised that I even survived that knockoff to get the trade with Flare Blitz. Absol is a pretty strong Mon. Even without Sword Stance, like knockoff is doing a lot of damage. And then unfortunately I hit the stupid Porygon instead of the Ice Shard. That's definitely one nice thing about Quick Attack over Ice Shard, but still, I mean, it wouldn't get super effective damage. And I did get that last point, and that means I got 15 KOs. It's pretty great. God, I love this team, and I like this season a lot more. Okay, and our next map is going to be over here in Park. So, Park is also really good for this team because it is really high aggro. We want to be in, and we want to be trying to get as many KOs as possible. Unfortunately, sometimes it's just not good matchups everywhere. The only downside to pure ground typing. Just dang, look at all these not great matchups. And boy, it stinks that I had to use the Freeze Dry early, because that's really important for Swampert, but it is what it is. Yeah, Fire Fang on Garchomp, not a threat at all. I'm not afraid of that. I am afraid of Focus Sash Gholdengo, though. So, if I ever see it again, I should just lead with Phantom Force. But, you know, that's a little bit scary. And my brain was not on for a second there. Just swapped way too early. Should have Glaceon first and asked questions later. But, it happens. So yeah, just kind of lining up a Stone Edge. The nice thing about having Stone Edge is that I can also handle Rotom Fan. Bonk. It's pretty nice. I can deal with Silverfetch, but I need to be sure that it's already used Leaf Blade instead of just going straight for the attack. And yeah, I was really hoping that the Swampert was chasing more, but yeah, no, just silly decision making from me. And yeah, iframes on Phantom Force, boom, just so much damage. And this is also why having double Stone Edge is great. I probably should have waited a little longer for my swap, because while Glaceon does a good job of handling Garchomp C, you know, nothing is ever perfect with a Mon that does that much damage that quickly. I don't know why the Steelix player is doing this. It's very silly. Dude, don't fight Marowak like with the Steel type. Even the insane defense of Steelix can't deal with how stupid this Mon is. And yep, Surfetched got me with it's probably a Meteor Assault from what I heard. I haven't seen it in the kit, but I'm pretty sure it has it. And able to get the 10k on a silly fissure. Could have done a lot better, made some really silly decisions, because, I don't know, just sometimes the brain not on. But even when the brain isn't fully on, this team is so offensive, it's able to just pick KOs up really quickly. So for this next one, we're heading back to Lake. Lake is just a nice map. It's good. Nintendo, please just come back and add in a couple maps. Maybe 2 at least. But yeah, we've got a couple good matchups here. I don't care about unboosted Greninja Ice Beam, but it looks like they accidentally hit a tree instead of me, so I'm happy about that. I trying purposely to, go for a tree, but no, I'm just silly. But yeah, it's like I just don't care about unboosted Greninja damage. Marowak is tanky enough to just kind of deal with it. But it is unfortunate. But oh my gosh, that's an unfortunate swap there. Oh, they have Hyper Beam. That's interesting. Huh. So yeah, they're gonna get the power boost before me. Both of us just trying to manage around each other. And sending in Surledge to kind of just handle a situation that has both Garchomp and a Charizard is a little scary. And now I just cannot touch this Porygon Z. I'm using Phantom Force there because it can't touch me and I can't touch it. So I'm just going to build a little bit of meter. And I'm getting close to the point where it's like I just don't really have anything good to do and I want to try and get KO'd. But, might as well hit something while I'm doing it. Just chuck an Ice Shard. Oh, and there we go. That's a matchup I can never win. So go for a free try on this, this poor Greninja. And I am just trying to put as much distance between me and the Gholdengo as possible. So, being very aggressive. And just getting a bunch of points and denying, that very passive playstyle from getting much done. And I get the freeze, which forces the swap. And here I go a little too quick and just kind of get myself KO'd there, but that's fine. I went 9 KOs, Glaceon MVP, love this Mon, so glad I get to play with her again. Giga Impact! I forgot how crazy this game was. Ah, jeez, yeah, and Garchomp Z, of course, really difficult to deal with. I was really surprised to not see as many people running Dig. And this is like the only lever that I had throughout my matches. As soon as I hit rank A, I ran into a lot more and AFKs, but that, it happens. It is unfortunately a part of the meta of this game. If you don't like it, leave. I really should have just Flame Charge there. I mean, wow, Flame Charge? Flare Blitz there, but I'm always afraid that Shadow Ball is going to get me, but Flare Blitz is faster than Shadow Ball, so I don't know what I'm talking about. And we're heading over to Street Map. Yay. But once again, this team does well against anything. It sucks if my, starting matchup is not good, but usually it's going to be fine, especially with the coverage that I gave Marowak. Once again, if you want to use Thunder Punch, always great. And then I hate that for this game where it's just like sometimes they're not where they say they are, or they're just slightly too far away. And I have not seen Perish Song in a while. And gonna get that easy Flare Blitz. And I did. Oh yeah, that was close combat, and it just didn't go off on my screen. Yeah, this game it's always been like this. I don't know, some people say it's like, why is this game kind of like acting so bad now? It's like, no, the game has always been kind of trash. Let's be honest here. And that was a great timing on the Mega. But now that it's not normal type, I could either get a Phantom Force, but you know, seeing the situation, I better do Stone Edge, and I'm glad I did. Seeing only Garchomp there makes me go, okay, well, better go to Glaceon to handle that. I'm glad too that people are running a regular Garchomp, Mega Garchomp instead, because jeez, I do not like Garchomp Z. That mon is too strong in the stupid ways. So pick up health and then immediately Phantom Force. It's gonna do damage until whatever you swap out into. Dig on regular Garchomp though is not that good. And yeah, that Iron Head sure did hurt. Thank goodness I can just swap. I'm surprised to see a Scissor player running Iron Head instead of Magnet Bomb. Gonna make a trade there. Seeing Brutal swing instead of Knockoff is weird, because last season, Knockoff was completely invalidated because Mega Stones don't count as items to get knocked off. Which is stupid. But whatever, I guess. And yeah, just gonna kind of go on a tear here with Kintonian Marowak. Because, dang, look at that damage. Here I just go over to Glaceon because I thought that was a guaranteed KO. Guess I'm wrong. But that's okay. Yeah, I got really good. That was a really good swap from them. Just trying to get this 15th KO. Switch over to the Gengar, and Gengar has no health. Unfortunately, it was just a little too past the KO screen end, so didn't count. That's okay. 14 KOs is pretty dang nice. Okay, and we are heading back to Lake for our last match. Okay, so only one good matchup and immediately switches off to a less good, but still a good matchup. The Venusaur is kind of an issue, so I'm just trying to kind of play around it. But you know, when it goes after you, even on a map as big as Lake, you gotta respect it. I really need to remember to Calm Mind first, but yeah, Calm Mind here on Charizard. If I did Face Beam, that would definitely have KO'd. But you know, just really hoping if somebody spawned in, they might have gotten hit by the Freeze Dry. I'm probably just miscalculating like how far out I am. Got the freeze on the Melodic, but unfortunately, Venusaur spawned, so I want to get it. And usually when people get frozen, they swap off as soon as possible. But here, like, Surlich has a really good matchup into the field, especially if they don't switch. Jolteon is fast and a little bit frail. I don't really have anything great here other than, like, I just know I do a lot of damage to Greninja, because Greninja is made of paper. And it's really interesting seeing, like, that mix set Venusaur. And then a Drain Punch into my Funny Ghost. And then the Phantom Force just hits for some reason. Even though Blaziken didn't look like it was that close. I tried to line up the Lucario Z with the Flare Blitz to hit both the Charizard and the Lucario Z, but that was silly. I should not have tried to do that. So I'm trying to conserve my swaps, and I get really lucky that they switched over to Metagross. on Greninja to take the Bone Meringues. So really appreciate that. And then Rock Tomb. Huh. That's interesting. You don't get to see that too often. And even Mega Greninja, if it doesn't have the boost, it's just not going to be dealing a lot of damage. It got Nasty Plot, you gotta use it. So here, I'm just gonna like guide Glaceon to get up close with everybody and get this double. Boom. And it's just something Glaceon's really good at. Also, not getting hit by Blaze Kick is another thing that I'm good at. They really shouldn't be trying to fight that's kind of silly. And get the Brick Break, but oh, Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb. The only time I've ever gotten KO'd by Rock Tomb, and the second time I've ever seen it. It's not embarrassing though. Good job. That's very funny. I'm glad I got hit by Rock Tomb for a KO. That's really funny. Okay. I'm so happy to be in Season 9 now. This is so much nicer than Season 8. Being able to actually play with mons that I really want to play with. I still do have a couple of mythicals and restricted that I do want to play with, but that's okay. Just having more options is always more fun to me than not. So I definitely recommend this team. This team is a lot of fun. This is something that it's kind of like my go-to comfort kind of play. Just a lot of really good matchups, really high damage, get big KO games. It's not perfect. It's really hard to make a perfect team, but it's definitely one that you're gonna find a lot of success with. Even if you're maybe a little bit brain dead, you can still, get by with just the high damage that everybody's really pumping out. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope all of y'all have a great rest of your day, and have a great time in Season 9. Bye-bye!